Tears of joy. Jungkook is back, and ARMY surprises him with a spectacular welcome. Hello ARMY. The night before the sun rose. Before the light returned, there was a silence. A silence unlike any other. No laughter. No stage performances. No playful TikToks in the middle of the night. Just quiet. It was the kind of quiet that follows after a storm, yet feels heavier, because it's not about destruction, but about the absence of light. And for millions of armies across the globe, that light was named Jungkook. When Jungkook enlisted, it wasn't just about military service. It was about letting go of a rhythm, a heartbeat that accompanied every fan's day. From waking up to his voice on a playlist to falling asleep watching his clips, his presence had become a companion in many lives. And when that presence paused, time itself seemed to slow. The years that stood still. Though his enlistment was expected, nothing could prepare armies for the actual experience of missing Jungkook. Entire communities dedicated themselves to archiving his past live streams, just so new fans could meet him. Digital watch parties were held monthly, fans gathering to re-watch old performances, some watching with tears streaming down their faces. Fan artists kept creating, new Jungkook portraits flooded Instagram and Twitter weekly. And in online fan fiction spaces, stories about Jungkook returning became a genre of their own, fueled by longing. But beneath all of it was something sacred, hope. Not blind hope, but the kind born from faith. The faith that he'd returned stronger. The belief that everything they were building, he would one day see. And so, the world waited. Silently. Patiently. Lovingly. Armies' worldwide movement. From every corner of the planet, armies transformed longing into action. Their support for Jungkook wasn't just passive, it was creative, bold, and global. In Brazil, murals of Jungkook were painted on city walls, symbolizing freedom and strength. In Nigeria, fans launched charity drives under the project name Golden Heart, inspired by Jungkook's humility. In Canada, winter shelters bore his name as a symbol of warmth. In South Korea, local fans organized care package drives for soldiers, not just Jungkook, but his entire unit. Each act was a love letter without words. Each initiative was a silent promise. We haven't forgotten. And we never will. The countdown begins. As the date of Jungkook's discharge came closer, the atmosphere shifted. The silence began to hum. Social media lit up with countdown timers. Hashtags like #WelcomeBackJungkook and #JKIsComingHome trended in over 50 countries before HYBE even made a statement. Fan bases in every region began planning their own unique welcomes. Not just one big celebration, but hundreds of decentralized, deeply personal ones. Armies didn't just prepare for a moment. They prepared for a miracle. The day he returned. When the day finally arrived, it wasn't just a reunion. It felt like the reunion of a lifetime. Early morning, fans began arriving at the military base gates. By noon, the area surrounding the base was wrapped in purple. Children held signs that said, "Welcome back, Uncle Jungkook." Elderly fans stood with flowers, waiting hours to catch a glimpse of the boy they'd come to see as their own grandson. Security personnel were overwhelmed, not by chaos, but by peaceful, tearful joy. And when Jungkook appeared, standing tall in uniform, eyes glistening with emotion, the world paused. He was back. And he was beautiful. Radiant. Changed, but still him. Some fans sobbed. Others laughed. Many simply stood, frozen, unable to process the moment they'd waited nearly 2 years for. And across oceans and time zones, millions tuned in live. Phones shook with emotion. Voices cracked as they whispered. He kept his promise. The welcome the world had never seen before. If you thought the return was beautiful, wait until you saw what came next. Armies had planned a global welcome campaign unlike anything in music history. In South Korea, a week-long light show painted Seoul in purple each night. In Paris, a drone display over the Eiffel Tower spelled out Jungkook, welcome home. In India, over 1,000 schools observed Jungkook Day, celebrating kindness and humility. In Los Angeles, fans held a Jungkook-themed food drive serving meals to the homeless. In Dubai, the Burj Khalifa lit up in gold and purple with a 10-minute video tribute looping through all his eras. Even NASA got involved. Armies had submitted thousands of letters and artwork, and NASA shared fan-made images of Jungkook alongside a message. Stars shine, but some burn brighter than others. Welcome back, Golden One. Jungkook speaks to the world. Later that week, Jungkook finally appeared live on Reverse. The notification alone crashed the app in multiple countries. When his face appeared on screen, calm, emotional, and deeply humble, armies collectively broke down. I missed you all so much. I thought maybe you wouldn't wait. But you did. I saw everything. The letters. The projects. The kindness. You gave me strength every day. His voice cracked. His eyes filled. And in a moment no one will forget, he whispered. Let's start again. Together. A new beginning. His return marked more than just the end of a duty. It signaled the beginning of a new era. Rumors began to swirl. A surprise album drop? A world tour? A fan meeting called Golden Hour Reunion? Whatever was coming, one thing was certain: Jungkook had returned not as a boy, but as a man. A leader. An icon. An ARMY? They stood ready, stronger than ever, because they had waited not out of obligation, but out of love. This love will outlive time. This story isn't just about a comeback. It's about a journey. A journey marked not only by absence but by unwavering faith. A journey where love endured quietly, across oceans and through time zones, despite the silence. This is the story of a love that refuses to fade. A love that lives in every letter fans wrote but never sent. A love that lives in quiet prayers before sleep and in loud cheers at concerts long past. A love that didn't shrink in the face of waiting, but instead grew stronger, deeper, more eternal. This love is not fragile. It is made of steel and stars. It is woven into banners held high at airports, into the pixelated heart sent during live streams, and into every whispered "we miss you" when the night felt just a little colder. And now, as Jungkook steps back into the light, not just as an artist, but as a symbol of hope, the world holds its breath. His return isn't just a performance. It's a restoration. It's the reuniting of souls that were never truly apart. It's the spark that reignites a global heartbeat. That heartbeat echoes through every city, every home, every heart that once found warmth in his voice. Because Jungkook doesn't just sing, he heals. He doesn't just perform, he inspires. He doesn't just exist, he elevates the lives of millions. From South Korea to Sao Paulo, from Tokyo to Toronto, from Cairo to California, his presence lifts the corners of the earth. The love for him has painted murals, funded charities, planted forests, and sparked friendships that never would have existed without him. It is not simply admiration. It is a movement. A movement rooted in kindness, creativity, service, and unity. It's a love that teaches the world to wait with grace, to believe with courage, to hope with unwavering trust. And when Jungkook smiles now, after months away, he brings the sun with him. And every fan, in every corner of the world, feels the same thing. We waited because you were worth it. You're not just our idol, you're our light. And now that you're back, the world is bright again. So let this be known. This is not just a return. It's a rebirth. It's a reminder that true love never dies. That the bond between an artist and his fans can outlast silence, distance, even time itself. This love will outlive time. Because it was never just about fame. It was always about the heart. And as long as that heart